Hey everyone, how are you? It's Daniela from Sister Mediums. It is the month of July already. Summer is upon us. I know it's hot outside, but I had to put this on because it's freezing in the studio. I guess the air is on a bit high, but you know what? It's okay. It's all good. I find when I'm hot, I can't think straight. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know. I got about 15 decks pulled out here, and you guys know I usually kind of pre-pull my cards, have that feeling with spirit, and to be honest with you, I only pulled one card, and then I was kind of shuffling my decks and thought, well, let's just kind of go with the flow based on that first card. I feel like July right off the bat is going to be a little more fast-paced than June, as if June wasn't already fast enough. I feel like July will be a little more fast-paced, but with focus, if that makes sense. June was putting the buzz in people's ear for relationships, partnerships, let's get the ball rolling, whereas I feel like July there'll be some action. But let's just see. Okay, so the first card I had pulled, and you know I'm just going to get right to it. Goodbye to the old, hello to the new. I don't know why I think I can always do this without my glasses, because I swear to God I can't see. Nope, still haven't gotten glasses. Let's not even. If you watched last month's video, you know that I said I had to, or last month, 2 months, I still haven't gone. I really got to put it on the to-do list. There's just so many other things. Grad, a lot of people finished up grads, that kind of stuff. So June was kind of crazy, but okay, I'm putting on my glasses. They still work. They're just not, the new ones. Anyways, goodbye to the old, hello to the new. This is that feeling of having completed a part of your life, ready to move forward. This rings true to all the people who graduated. Kudos to all of you who have graduated from programs, university, grade school, high school, huge achievement, and on to bigger and better. So this is how the month is starting off, with that whole feeling of congratulations, something's bloomed, there's something new and fresh coming. Let's see if it's in regards to something specific for some of you who might be watching. Right away I'm getting children, so this is about your kids. This is the feeling of accomplishment that has come from lots of years of hard work, and that's not just parents. This could also be the foundation that's been created. I see this child sitting on this tree, and there's so many branches here, but a great foundation, which means that's something that they've created or you have helped create for them, and now you're ready to branch out and try something new. It also could be you honoring your little inner child and that call to, listen, it's really time for something new if something old was no longer working for you. You have different avenues, different options. They may not have been presented to you before, but they're being presented to you this month. It's a beautiful card. There's this feeling of creativity here. There's a feeling of growth, not only within, but loving and nurturing that inner child. Let's see. I keep hearing letters, something about letters. Did somebody just write a letter, get an acceptance letter, got a letter late? Something about a letter or something being signed. So I'm not sure who that's for, but take it as it comes. And some of you in recovery, there's some disappointment here too. This is the feeling of recovery from not maybe getting the answer you wanted. But with that comes the feeling of, if you had a certain plan, it's not going to work for you. A new one's coming. You can recover from, feelings of sadness or disappointment when you don't necessarily get a yes to something you think you're going to get or you have had going for a while. Quite interesting. Let's see what else they want to tell us about this. Okay, so look for a sign, meaning look for a sign for something new, something that relates to that situation. I can put it in the context of graduation, university, because I feel like I'm talking about that to someone specifically, but someone who's disappointed they didn't get in where they wanted to be. There's a feeling there's another option for you. Might not even be a school. It might be some sort of specialized program that is going to be a different route altogether. I got the yes with that. So these cards go hand in hand. Right away, I'm hearing relationships. So this could be moving into this is going fast today. This could be into relationships of love, relationships of friendship. I keep hearing 3. So someone's either on the third boyfriend, the third girlfriend, the third lover, third relationship, time to take a break. So for those of you who are actively dating, trying to find a partner, there's this feeling of needing to retreat. I look at this card specifically as, yes, I know you see a couple here and it looks like they're walking away, but I look at this card as this feeling of really needing to reevaluate. So if you're looking for love, you're moving too quick. You're trying to find whatever's around because you've been lacking it for so long, lacking love, intimacy, even conversation. So you're just kind of going for whatever's around. There's a feeling of take that step back. Now, if you're a couple in a committed relationship, this also could mean that you guys need some time by yourselves. You need to disconnect from everything else around you and have that quiet retreat, have that quiet time to reconnect in different ways. Making me feel things are a little dry in this picture. Now there's some energy healing that's needed. Okay, so in conjunction with this, it's a very dry card. It tells me that, and that could just be in the bedroom. It could be in conversation. It could be there's nothing to talk about anymore. So you have to try something different in order to make that change. What I'm seeing here is energy healing. So this could talk about some Reiki. This could talk about, balancing of the chakras. Merlin's here to kind of cast his, I don't want to say spell, but that feeling of good grace on your relationship and what's happening with you internally. Card that follows is listen. So when these two go hand in hand, it's not so much listen to everything that's happening around you, but listen to what's happening inside your body, internally. So are you someone who, your body responds to stress? You're feeling stressed out. Your body starts to hurt. Pay attention to where you're feeling that type of energy or that pull where you might have pain or soreness. It means something. And Reiki could be a great avenue, any kind of energy healing, really. Yoga, could be meditation, anything that is really going to help cleanse and rewire, so to speak, the chakras that are kind of being stuck right now. But listening to your heart, listening to how you feel in your body. I also just heard water, so it means, sitting beside water. What is your thing? Drinking more water even. It could be that someone is in need of a major cleanse. But I keep hearing water. It's almost like a stream. So, water is very healing. Water is all about that feeling. Could even be the water shower. I just kind of heard that certain trickle. And what I try to tell people is get into a shower. Imagine that water trickling over the body. And as that's happening, cleansing yourself from your rough day, rough weekend, the crazy thoughts you have or the feelings within your body. Our guides are telling us, okay, you're competing against yourself here. What's going on? There's a competition and a feeling of push and pull here. So some of you who are fighting to, I need to change, I want to get better. Oh God, this kind of sounds like me sometimes. I have every weekend where I say I'm going to get back into, shape. Let's start working out. Let's start walking. And it kind of feels like a stop, go all the time. Maybe that's what this beginning card's all about. Saying goodbye to the old and bringing in the new. So you're finally going to make those changes. But I feel like you go back and forth with your thoughts of what it is you really want to do. You're only competing with yourself, nobody else. So how do you put you at the forefront? How do you bring to light the truth about what it is you actually need? That could be back to relationship. What do you need to mend? What do you need to fix in that relationship? Again, even a friendship, partnership, love interest, or the love within yourself. What's the truth that really needs to come out? Interesting that in both of these cards, right here you've got your ancestors. Okay, this is what we've got, warrior guides and ancestors. And here, I don't know if you can see it with the lighting, but again, you're surrounded by ancestors and spirit right here as well, getting in touch and in tune with your higher self. Very important. This card as well, being yellow, is all about knowledge. What's the knowledge you have or the knowledge you've gained over this past month to have brought you to July, to recognize that something is different? Now, I also just heard career. So this card here, 7 and 1 is 8, competition. This is showing me there could be a competition or a healthy competition in your career. It could be realtors, fighting over the house, fighting over who's going to get that offer. And maybe not even fighting, but just having to put in that extra work to, try to win someone over, whether it's winning over your boss or employees who are both vying for a position. So here there's that feeling of you need to accept the truth. Maybe you're not qualified for the position. Maybe not everything seems to be what it is. People may be presenting you with something, doesn't always mean that that's the truth. So go to your higher self to access what that truth would be. Saints and angels, I can hear them. Ooh, okay. And a commitment. What's the commitment you're ready to make? You can only say goodbye to the old and hello to the new when you've actually committed to doing it. So this is saying lean on those around you to actually be able to make that commitment. What needs to be healed? Your body. So again, it's not just, okay, sorry I had to cut that. My computer literally did some weird thing, and then I talked for another 5 minutes and realized, oh my God, it stopped filming because my little timer thing was done. So thank God I only pulled 2 more cards from there, but I'm going to repeat what I said, which was Archangel Raphael, and his, green cloak of healing is here to support someone or one or more of you. We were talking about, making that commitment and, to change about your body or self-care. Some of you are very worried about your health. I pulled 2 cards from the Archangel Raphael healing deck, and this deck talks about your healing. And here I have 2 cards. Okay, so the first one is unconditional joy, but I look at this card of where can you find joy in tough times? Who can you lean on? Who can you go to for support? And here I'm getting some best friends, the representation of the dogs, representation of 3. So who's 3 around you? Is that feeling of who can I lean on to really help me during this time? It could also just be 3 people who've already gone through what you're going through. There is a feeling of someone having received some news that they're just unsure about. So it was only kind of normal that I was going to pull a card like this. And that's get a second opinion. So sometimes when I pull a card like this, I can look at it from the context of, you're going to go through some struggle. These are the mountains. These are the tough times that you're going to have to climb. But here in the forefront for the future is showing me that there is energy balance again. Chakras have been re-cleansed, realigned. The water has really helped cleanse. And then again, that little waterfall of some rough waters. But here you are on top with growth again and finding the beauty in the little things. So some of you may be suffering in a way that your health isn't the greatest. But what do we need to do to find the clarity to get through these tough times? Second opinion could be a doctor, could be, again, talking to people around you. I'm also hearing story. And, sometimes we create even bigger story than what's really happening with us. It can be kind of blown into proportion because that's the feeling that, again, you may have grown up with. It might have to do with, these are some good cards. It might have to do with your upbringing and, hanging on to that story of illness. Holistic psychologist, I'll talk about her till I'm blue in the face. Follow her on Instagram. She talks about this. There's a whole post on it recently. It'll make sense to you. I just don't want to even go there now because I've already pulled 3 other cards that talk to me about this situation. Peaceful resolution. So I am feeling that whatever is going on is going to get either rectified, or you will be okay in the end, or whatever's meant to happen might not be as big as your heart or fear is making it out to be. Don't jump the gun on something until you really know. That's what I'm hearing there. Success and abundance. So, again, when we look at abundance, everybody thinks of money. It's not about money. It's about everything. Abundance, and yes, you're going to get through this. Abundance and health. Both of these cards have so much pink in them, a little bit of blue and purple, which is always faith. Have faith and believe that you will overcome this, and you will. And here, I don't know if you can look close. Oops. Well, I'm throwing cards at the computer too now. look at these chakras in alignment coming through the crown chakra, right into the body. So again, that goes back to energy healing. Maybe in order to receive that abundance in health, you need to really realign. Let go of what doesn't serve you anymore. Everybody knows what's crappy for them. Are you drinking water? Are you nourishing yourself with what you feel you need? We all know the minute we're not doing the things we're used to that make us feel good, you start to feel like crap. So get yourself back into that state. And I always say, you know, we can fall down 10 times, just get up 11. Keep going, okay? There is the feeling of success and abundance. Don't stress about the situation that you're going through right now. There is a resolution to it. Even if it might seem scary in the beginning, there's a resolution to this, and it will be successful, okay? So, you know, I think sometimes if we haven't had those hard times, we don't know what it's like to really come out on top. And when you have a challenge that comes your way like that, it can be very scary. And here we go, power of joy, Buddha. And, you know, there's that feeling of what comes after the storm, the rainbow. So there's going to be great things coming. The power of joy is around you. There's the feeling of don't make it into something bigger than it is. I'm also here, the mala beats, right? 108 mantras and affirmations. These are all the things that you can incorporate to make yourself feel better. So I urge people to get into this mode as well. I just heard life lesson. So with this situation, there is a life lesson to be learned for one or more of you in regards to this. Ooh, for some of you, it's grief. For some of you, it's letting go. It's letting go of an old narrative, of an old pattern you might have had. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So some of you may have lost an appendix. Some of you may have, you know, had to lose a part of you, whether it's an internal organ. Listen, hysterectomy, you've lost a part of you. This is part you might have to grieve. It's not always bad. People look at grief and think, oh my God, someone's going to die. It's not always about that. And at the end of the day, we are all going to die. I say that every day. But what do we do while we're here on this earth? Without fear, we've got to live. We have to try to trust and have faith that this is our path, but we also have choices we can make along that path. So take in this grief, understand it, work through this grief. It has to go through you. You need to feel in order to heal. I know I said that last month, but it is the absolute truth. Okay. Keep hearing birds chirping. I don't know who that's for. Birds chirping. It's so quiet in here too. No, that's it. Archangel Michael is protecting you. So here is this feeling. I know the card says self-esteem. Yes, it's all about love, but here this is the feeling of protection right away. You're being enveloped in love. Archangel Michael gives you that ring of protection while you're going through what it is you need to go through. And again, not always health. Yes, we got there, but it's not always about health. It's about all the things that we said before this, you know, all these cards here. What do we have for number 7? Growth, right? Trust in your angels. Trust that they know what's happening for you. You're being enveloped by love. You're also being enveloped by the spirit here and having faith that everything will be fine. There's definitely some blue here, and blue always talks about emotions. So are you actually relieving? Are you crying? Are you getting through and actually working through emotion, or are you suppressing it? I'm hearing some of you don't want to talk, and it's really necessary. And if you don't want to talk, write it out. Get a journal book, get a piece of paper. You're scared someone's going to see it, burn it. Rip it up, throw it out, sit in a parking lot and do it. There's so many ways that you can release your emotions. For some of you, it's through exercise. For some of you, it's sitting under a park, sitting on a park bench in a tree, whatever works for you. But there is that need to release, stop suppressing. Perfect timing. Okay, so I'm not going to pull any more cards at this point. I'm hearing this is it. It's all about perfect timing. So trust that whatever's meant to happen to you this month, any news you get might be a little challenging, but you're going to come out on top. Things will be successful in the end. So get through it. It's always about timing. And this is saying it's perfect timing. So just trust the flow of what's meant to happen. But there's new beginnings here. So it's all in how you look at it. I will leave you with that. I hope you guys have a fantastic July. We'll see you back here July, August, oh my God, September 1st. It'll already be close to fall. I can't imagine that, but we all know it goes so quickly. Julie will be back in a month, and I hope you guys continue to watch these. Who knows what the future is going to bring for us here on YouTube, but we're feeling the need to make some changes soon. So we'll continue for the rest of the year, but you never know what's going to happen. So enjoy these, share them with your friends, give us a comment, tell us what you want to see or hear. Did it resonate? And I'll see you guys soon. Blessings on blessings, always. Ciao.